So welcome to everybody. I'm very pleased to host this bilateral event that's quite significant to both parties in terms of cooperation. I am Francesco Canganella, former scientific attaché by the Italian Embassy in Seoul. Now I'm still supporting the work there, and also I'm in charge of the steering committee in science and technology for the Italian Embassy in Seoul. So I think almost everybody here, of course, you know the program, so I think we can go through quickly and we can follow the same list of order for the speeches and also presentation. Maybe we could have a short question and answer session at the end if we have time and if you like. So the planned program will unfold through the institutional greetings and congratulatory speeches. We can follow the same order as you know. And last but not least, the two BLAB principal investigators, Marco Malagodi, Yongchen Chang, of course, will deliver a presentation about their research background, the current activities, and especially the expectation from the launching joint lab. So if you like, if you don't have any question and everything's clear, we can start and give the stage to the Italian ambassador, Federico Failla, please.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say that I'm very glad to welcome the launch of the joint lab on applied technologies to the conservation of textiles and wooden manufactures between the University of Pavia and the Korean National University of Cultural Heritage. This is the concrete and prestigious offspring of many excellent initiatives organized by the Italian Embassy in Seoul, and more precisely by the then Scientific Counselor, Professor Canganella, with the Korean counterparts, initiatives focusing on science and technology for cultural heritage. I would like to remember in this regard that the cooperation of KNUCH with Istituto Superiore Centrale del Restauro, with Roma Tre University, of course, with Pavia University. The joint lab with the University of Pavia is the second one after the one with Istituto Superiore Centrale del Restauro on restoration and preservation of mural paintings. Let me say a few words about the specificity of such initiative. Technology and cultural heritage are key features of two countries like Italy and Korea. Indeed, these two countries have a rich and sophisticated cultural heritage, and now are two technologically advanced countries. So naturally, there is a link between our past and our present, and cooperation in applying the new technologies to preserve and pass on our cultural legacy is a precise duty that we have towards the next generations. Also, for such reason, one of the panels of the coming Italian-Korean bilateral forum on science, technology, innovation will focus indeed on the technologies and cultural heritage. It will be a very important moment to take stock of what has been achieved and to plan new initiatives. In the next days, the program of the forum will be finalized, so please stay tuned. Let me conclude saying again, congratulations to all who have contributed to the launch of such joint lab. The University of Pavia, Korean National University of Cultural Heritage, the Korean government, and of course, let me also congratulate Professor Canganella for his efforts and contributions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Failla. And let's move to the next eminent guest, Ambassador from Korea in Rome, Her Excellency Song Ho-ri. Please, you have the stage. Give your congratulatory speech, please.
Thank you. Buongiorno, buonasera a tutti. Ambassador Federico Failla, Professor Francesco Ganganella, Mr. Francesco Chiantis, Director of Science and Technology Corporation of the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Jo Dong-ju, Director of International Cooperation Division at the Korean Cultural Heritage Administration, and the Honorable Professors of the Korean National University of Cultural Heritage, KNUCH, and the University of Pavia. I send my sincere congratulations to today's signing ceremony for the launch of the joint lab on applied technologies to the conservation of textiles and wooden manufacture between the two universities. The city of Cremona, where the University of Pavia is located, is very well known for Stradivari and Amati, and its history of producing the best string instruments. The city of Buya, where KNUCH is located, has flourished culturally since the Bronze Age and once as the capital of the ancient Korean dynasty Baekje. The two universities in these two historic cities are playing an important role in extending the history into the future through their research in preserving and restoring cultural heritage. And as someone who cherishes history and culture, I personally express my gratitude to the two universities. I believe it is a good opportunity for Korea to cooperate with the University of Pavia and Italy, arguably the best in the field of cultural heritage preservation. Korea has also strived to preserve and restore various cultural heritages. For example, for the restoration of the Castle Hwasang, located in the suburb of Seoul, we used the blueprint and equipment recorded in a well-preserved historic documentation of every detailed procedure at the time of the original construction. Due to these efforts, although the restoration was done quite recently, Hwasang was exceptionally listed in the UNESCO World Heritage. Moreover, Korea is actively researching on future technologies in recording and restoring the original form of cultural heritage using 3D measurement and modeling, database ontology, VR and AR, interactive visualization, holograms, etc. Korea's sophisticated technology, recording, and application of digital data are also expected to contribute to the joint research between the two countries. Since the forge of the Korea-Italy strategic partnership in 2018, the bilateral relations have expanded both quantitatively and qualitatively. Cultural and technological cooperation is no exception. In particular, there has been close collaboration for the past 3 years between the Institute for Prevention and Preservation of KNUCH and the Central Institute for Conservation and Restoration, ISCR, and Roma Tre University in Rome for joint research and publication on the preservation of tomb murals. I'm very confident that today's signing is once again paving the way for our continuous expansion of cultural and technological exchanges with two countries, with great aspiration that through this joint research, the Korean National University of Cultural Heritage and the University of Pavia will expand their mutual understanding of technology and culture and the exchange of research personnel. Congratulations once again, and thank you all for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ambassador Lee. And your presence is very appreciated and is also giving a great significance to our bilateral event. So thank you very much. We move now to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Italy, and we give the stage to Mr. Claudio Barchesi from the Science and Technology Cooperation Unit. Please, Claudio.
Thank you, Francesco. Dear Ambassador Freila, Ambassador Stonley, ladies and gentlemen, professors, I'm very glad to be here today to participate to this ceremony that start up this new joint lab on science technology cooperation in cultural heritage, in particular on applied technologies to the conservation of textile and wood manufacture. I bring you the best greetings and the best wishes of the head of the Office for Science and Technology Cooperation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Councillor Roberto Frangione, that today is in Scotland, cannot be here. I would like also to thank the University of Pavia and the Korea National University for this brilliant initiative that move a step further in our relation in science and technology cooperation that I would remember at institutional level are based on the agreement that we signed in the far 1984 at Rome, and that had paved a long story of cooperation in science and technology between our countries. And also in the 12 executive program that we have had during these years that allowed us to jointly found 80 collaborative project on research and 6th edition of the Innovation Forum, very important moment of the collaboration and innovation between our countries. And also the 3 joint lab active at present and now become 4, so we are very happy of this. Besides this, I will also remember the large amount of agreement between our university and research enterprises that constitutes a very large scenario of the cooperation between our countries. In particular, cooperation on science and technology for the cultural heritage is for Italy a crucial topic because you know Italy is one of the countries with the largest heritage, and also we rank first in the list of UNESCO World Heritage list. But this is the reason because for the us Ministry of Foreign Affairs we support 13 projects with 10 different countries. We try very hard to share and our knowledge and to acquire new competences in this subject that is so important for our economy and also for our countries. And I believe also that there is a strong complementarity between our countries in such argument, because also Korea, as stated before by the ambassadors, has a long history and ancient traditions, very important, that I think that this new initiative explore new avenues to widen our cooperation in these topics that is so important for our countries. Technologies applied to cultural heritage is also a topic of the new call that we have recently opened to collect new research projects, bilateral research projects between our communities to renew the executive program of the agreement that we have mentioned before, and supports many fields of research. I would remember, besides the science and technology applied to cultural heritage, we are collecting projects of our communities on environmental sciences and energy transitions, agri-food for biotech and biopharma, physics and astrophysics, advanced materials and nanotechnologies, biomedicine, prevention of natural disaster, including volcanology, and marine resources for biotechnology. So I'm sure that we can further improve the exchange of knowledge between our countries, and in the perspective not only of to a stronger friendship between us, but also for the economic development and the mutual benefits of our countries. So then Pavia University, Korea National University of Cultural Heritage, we wish you all the best for the success of this initiative and success in your endeavors. Thank you very much, and I leave the virtual floor to the next speaker.
Thank you very much, Claudio. Thanks a lot. We can move now to the Korean Cultural Heritage Administration. We are pleased to have Dong-Jun-Jo. So we give the stage to him, and you're very welcome and appreciated. Thank you.
스피커가 안 켜졌습니다, 조 선생님. Please turn on your speaker.
Sorry. Thank you, Professor Canganella, Your Excellencies and distinguished guests. First of all, let me begin by expressing my deep gratitude for inviting me to this meaningful ceremony. It is my great pleasure to see you all here today and make a few remarks on the mutual cooperation between Korea and Italy. On behalf of the Cultural Heritage Administration of the Republic of Korea, I sincerely congratulate the signing of the MOU between Korea National University of Cultural Heritage and the University of Pavia in Italy. I have no doubt that this MOU will be a turning point for two universities to firmly strengthen cooperation in scientific research fields. This January, Cultural Heritage Administration signed the MOU on heritage exchanges and cooperation with the Egyptian authorities. Collaboration and partnerships are very important for the sustainable capability of heritage management. In this regard, Cultural Heritage Administration will continue to further support the cooperation and collaborating relationship between two universities and also Italy and Korea. I would like to end my short speech with an old proverb: well begun is half done. Thank you.
감사합니다. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dong-Jo. Now we can move to the two academic headquarters. First, we have the University of Pavia, Andrea Pichelli from the Center of Global Strategic Engagement. Please, Andrea, you have the stage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon to our colleague in Seoul. My name is Andrea Pichelli, and I am the director of GLOBEC, the Center for Global Strategic Engagement of the University of Pavia. Our center, GLOBEC, has three main fields of activities. We work on international initiatives, meaning supporting our faculties in creating and submitting proposals to answer calls, mainly European calls, linked to the Erasmus Plus program. Then we work in the field of university cooperation for development. And thirdly, and this is also why I'm here with you today, we take care of the entire university, international networks and bilateral agreements. When Professor Marco Malagodi invited me to join you today, without hesitating, I answered yes, of course, and I say that I would be honored, and I'm honored to be with you today. And I'm also very pleased. I would like to do this every day. Well, I'd prefer to be in person with you, I admit it, maybe in Seoul, but you know, technology really helps to be everywhere, even if just virtually. I was saying I would like to do this every day, meaning that I would like to be witness of a bilateral agreement which becomes more effective and active thanks to a specific agreement like the one between our institutions. I have been working on international agreements for 12 years for this university, and this joint lab is surely a step forward in the direction of a fruitful cooperation among our universities. We are both, our institutions are both experts in the field of cultural heritage, art manufacts and musical instruments, for example, from our side, specifically in our department and labs in the city of Cremona, where the Department of Musicology is located. We look forward to exchanges of students, professors, researchers, and also to joint initiatives. This way, we can participate to the joint call of our governments, the call Italy-Korea, promoted by our ministries of foreign affairs. Well, best wishes and good luck to this partnership in a day which is also very important for the University of Pavia. In fact, today is our birthday, as the University of Pavia was founded on the 13th April of 1361. We are a bit old. Congratulations, sincere congratulations, and my very best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. So it would be nice to just to say that we pick up the day for this reason, but I have to admit it's not true. But anyway, it's great to know about it, and thank you very much for notifying to us and for remembering to us about this important date. Thank you. We move now to the Korea National Cultural Heritage University, the International Heritage Education Center. We are Young-jae Kim. So please, I give you the stage.
Hello. Listen to my voice. I'm sorry, I'm outside. I'm some time complete today. I'm so sorry. So, actually, I'm Young-jae Kim. So I'm the senior director at the International Heritage Education Center. It is very great honor for me to attend this signing ceremony with the MOU in the long-standing relationship between Korea and Italy. I'm some introductions about our Heritage Education Center. At our center operates programs promoted by together with this ICROM. So actually, many programs from this ICROM and other institutes is outside some city. So and then for instance, with some running several programs. For instance, management and education program operations, so exchange and cooperation with the world. Actually, it's a GCPCH. Also, so a capacity building project relationship to Asian Pacific conservation and restoration. We have running the very important programs with this with today, so I'm very great opportunity. So introduces our programs to audience. So finally, so I'm sincerely hope that the relationship between Korea and Italy will become more development through this signing ceremony. So actually, today, so I'm very there is the person, so I didn't see for a long time. I don't got Professor Ganganelli, a long time no see. So I'm very happy to see all of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
So I like just to add that, of course, this kind of field collaboration is a kind what in Korea was called convergent science until a few years ago. There was a quite trendy word. Of course, in Italy, multidisciplinary sciences have a long tradition, and we have a great experience on that. So I think that multidisciplinary convergent science is not only needed, but of course, convergent diplomacy and nowadays convergent collaboration. So I think this topic about science and technology for cultural heritage is one of the best, also confirming the significance of such a convergent and multidisciplinary approach. Okay, so thank you. So we can move now to the more scientific technological presentation with the principal investigators. I think maybe I can share the screen. We give the talk first to Marco Malagodi or maybe Youngjae Chang. I don't know, it's up to you. So you can start with your presentation about the joint labs and the mutual research activities.
It will start before me.
Okay. Do you need a screen sharing or you have already?
Can I share my screen? Please give up.
Yes, I'll give you now.
You have to turn off your screen and then I will share.
I'm doing.
Okay. We need a new technology. Huh? Okay, I will share and then
yeah, it's working.
Maximizing. Okay, sorry. Change. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wait, I will try again.
I can see it. Everybody see the screen? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please go home.
Okay. Wait. Okay, good morning and good afternoon. I'm glad to meet everyone. I'm Professor Youngjae Jung of the KNUCH. Through today's signing ceremony, I look forward to the development of cooperation in preserving Korean and Italian cultural heritage, especially with the participation of ambassadors from both countries. First of all, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to Ambassador Lee Sung-ho and also Ambassador Federico Feiler for attending the joint lab signing ceremony today. In particular, Ambassador Federico Feiler has actively helped us cooperating with Italy to preserve cultural heritage in Korea. So I will introduce briefly my university and my activity, and then after my presentation, Professor Marco Malagodi will present our cooperation plan. Okay, I will start now. Firstly, I will briefly introduce KNUCH, my research activities. And KNUCH is a Professor Ambassador Lee already explained it. My university is located in Buyeo, the capital of the ancient Baekje Kingdom, one of Korea's World Heritage Sites. My university has 7 departments in each undergraduate course, including the Department of Architecture, Landscape, Conservation Science, Archaeology, Cultural Heritage Management, Intangible Heritage, and Art and Craft. As a graduate course, master's and doctor's courses were opened in 2014, and about 1,000 students are now currently studying and growing as cultural heritage experts. I was a researcher at the National Institute of Cultural Heritage and came to my university as a professor in 2008. Since then, IPCCP, or Research Institute, has been established to study the biological damage and material characteristic of organic cultural properties, such as paper, wood, and textile, and is teaching and researching with the students. Among them, I will introduce the research result a few are conducted in relation to Korean traditional textile. This slide shows a project that identified the manufacturing techniques of golden thread produced in ancient Korea with Professor Shim Yeon-oh of the Department of Art and Craft in my university. Golden thread is an important fiber used historically worldwide, including Europe, Central Asia, and Eastern Asia, such as Korea and China, Japan. In addition, in 2011, by analyzing the excavated fabrics, it was revealed that the cotton textile in Korea originated from the 5th century. In ancient times, textiles were actively traded along the Silk Road from Asia to Europe, and also from Europe to Asia. Among them, natural dyeing was made using the unique technology and natural dyes of each country. My lab is conducting research to identify the characteristic and manufacturing method of these natural dyes now. Finally, recently my lab is planning to conduct a study on the preservation treatment method of ancient textile. It is planning to make an optimal method for preserving textiles through the development of new technologies, such as how to clean and how to stabilize them, how to preserve. Well, in particular, it is expected that such research will be developed through joint research with the University of Pavia. Thank you very much. I'll finish my presentation here. Maybe next presenter will Professor Professor Marco will present. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Olivier. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Just 2 words about our university that has a great skill in a different field, particularly on cultural heritage and science applied on cultural heritage by our Interdepartmental Center of Study and Research for Cultural Heritage. And in Cremona, as you told before, we have 2 institutions very important, maybe 3, that are Department of Musicology and Cultural Heritage for the studies from historical point of view. And we have now a Master in Restoration on Historical Musical Instrument. So 5 years, students can work on the procedures of restoration on wooden artifacts. And moreover, we have, of course, the Vedi laboratory of non-invasive diagnostics that is present in the Museum of Violin in Cremona, where is held one of the most important collection of musical instruments. And I invite you to come to visit us here. And our university has this laboratory for diagnostics of manufacture, not only musical instrument, but we work on different materials. And you can say here on frescoes, rocks, of course, musical instrument, even manuscripts. So we can apply different technologies and different instrumentation on different manufactures, just getting information about the materials, about the ancient procedure in making those manufactures, and even in the degradation phases, if they are present. And with all this information and this application of manufacts, we could perform a protocol for the study of musical instrument, but not only musical instrument. And we can apply two different procedures. One is non-invasive, so using different instrumentation without touching the manufacts. And if it's possible, we can just get some sample from artworks, and we can get other kind of analysis. And recently, we are starting to apply one of the most important application now in Europe for the scientific procedures for cleaning of ancient manufacts, like gel preparation. So it's a selective procedures just to clean the surface without any contact with the materials, with the original material. And we are using two different materials now that are sodium alginate and konjac, that are usually used in the field of cosmetic, for instance, or for in the medical field. And we can use, as you can see, for cleaning procedures on wooden manufacts, especially. So as you said, this is just to remember the long cooperation from Italy and Korea, just since from 2016 with the agreement with the ESCR in Rome, and even since 2019 with the University of Roma III and the Korean National University in Korea. And now the University of Pavia has already started to have a cooperation with the Korean University, National University, since 2018. And we started with holding a graduate student in our laboratories, and then a student from Korea National University won a PhD fellow here in our university, and she's working with us now. And then since 2021, we signed an agreement, international agreement between our two universities. And now, today is a great day for us, an important day, because we signed the new agreement regarding the joint lab between our two universities. Of course, together we are just preparing the application for Korea-Italy cooperation project. What we expect about that? We are expecting different things, but very important. So promoting institutional inter-country partnership between our two universities, and to organize Congress and of course shared publication regarding our research activities and results, continuous exchange of academic assets, and enhance of academic capacity. And moreover, we want to formulate new products together for conservation procedures of our artworks. So this day is very important for me, for our university, and I think for all of us, because we are signing this joint lab, so sharing our knowledge and sharing our space here in Italy and in Korea. And just one slide taken from the agreement, just letting know you that the principal aims of the agreement, of the joint lab, it will be the study on material science and analysis that we will perform on this material, non-invasive and invasive diagnostics, conservation science and restoration, and chemical and biological science for cultural heritage. This is very, very important. So we will exchange research personnel, we will exchange technical information, will management of joint research, of course, and we maintain the secret and intellectual property rights. Of course, this agreement has 5 years of activities since now. So I close my presentation with the signatures of the heads of from our university for the joint launch agreement. And thank you very much to be here and to be with us and for hearing me.
Thank you very much, Marco. Thank you very much. So that's a kind of ending up the joint lab ceremony, actually. So actually, maybe Marco, Youngjae, you can shake your hands virtually online. Good, very good. And I just like to add that this joint lab, of course, has been very successful between Italy and Korea so far. Traditionally, actually, historically, we had 3 joint labs before. One was about material science, precisely membrane technology by the Anyang University and the National Research Council and University of Calabria in Italy. We had another one about fuel cells with KIST in Seoul and also the National Research Council and ENEA. And then we established another joint lab by the Korea National Cultural Heritage University with the National Institute of Conservation and Restoration in Italy. So joint labs have been always promoting research collaboration and cooperation a lot. So we are very pleased to have a new joint lab today. I'm already aware of a next joint lab that I have proposed some years ago. Will be probably established in Antarctica. You know, Italy and Korea have a great collaboration in Antarctica since a decade, especially after Korea established a new base nearby, actually very close to the Italian base. So I have proposed a few years ago to have a joint lab in Antarctica that also will make a much more consistent and significant collaboration between the two countries. So now probably the COVID pandemic is slowing down, so many bilateral activities are, are being refueled and starting again. So from my side, maybe I cannot add anything more. If anyone, any question, or maybe if the Italian ambassador want to add something about some future initiative after COVID that maybe will be refresh and start again, or otherwise I can close the event. Let me know if anyone want to add something more, or maybe if the Italian ambassador wants to close with some future perspective about bilateral cooperation during the year.
Thank you very much. Very briefly, to say that, of course, we are engaged in strengthening further the bilateral cooperation. And I think also with the help of Ambassador Lee and his staff to bring to a new level this cooperation. As I said before, in June, we should have the bilateral forum of science, technology, innovation, and this would be a very important step in strengthening the bilateral cooperation. One of the panels would be about technologies to preserve and restore cultural heritage. So very well grounded on the work that has already been done. The other, just to mention briefly, would be on aerospace, microelectronics, and energy environment with a focus on hydrogen. I repeat, and I promise to be very, very short, that cooperation between Italy and Korea in this field, of course, is already very strong, but there is room to further improve our ties in science and technology. We think that much can be done, and much is necessary to be done, because we see that, well, technology is of course, is very obvious to say, is rapidly evolving, and on any field, from environment to anything, countries like Italy and Korea they really have to focus on this sector to develop the bilateral relations around technology, cooperation technology. This bilateral relation can really prosper and grow very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. And yes, please, Ambassador from Korea, please give your speech.
Thanks, Professor Ganganella. Very briefly, after listening to our professors of their project, I can truly see this is a very meaningful project for both our countries. Even though I am very new here, I already feel that I am at home, and I can see enormous potential for both our countries. As Ambassador Faila already elaborated in detail, there are many areas of our future cooperation we should work together on. So my embassy and me personally, we stand ready to extend our full support to your cooperation and to your activities. So please feel free to come to contact us whenever it is necessary. Once again, thank you very much, Ambassador Faila, for personally working on this very good project. And I look forward to continuing our work together. Thank you very much.
감사합니다. Thank you, Ambassador Lee. So if anyone else wants to add anything, or maybe we can just close the nice bilateral event, especially the ceremony for the joint lab launching. I thank you all participants, and I was very glad to share this occasion with you and to see all you here. So I'm looking forward to other opportunities, and I wish best work and activities in research from both parties for the mutual cooperation between Italy and Korea. So I wish you a very fine day, or maybe evening in Korea, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
기자님 감사합니다. Thanks. Appreciate to Ganganella. Okay, bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye, everybody. Best wishes to all, and
Bye.
good health to everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.